Hello students, good morning to all of you all. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the online session. I born Vanakkam. Can you all hear me clearly and can you all see the screen clearly? Am I audible to you all? Am I audible to you all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Buddha, yesterday I have put this post in the group, but there was a small mistake in the date. Actually, I had put 5th of December. Now we are in December now, so in that feeling I have put it. Actually, this is for January, that is next Sunday. Okay, as usual, our next Sunday online classes will happen. So actually, it is the first week of the month. Normally, I give it open to all. So this is the grade 9, new grade 9 temporary timing, new grade 10 temporary timing, and grade 11 timing is permanent because our grade 10 class has been shifted to grade 11. So this is the permanent time. For 9 and 10, it's temporary. Once the O-level students finish the O-level, grade 10 will come little bit forward, 10 to 12, and grade 9 will become 12 to 130. That's the only change. So for 3 months, we will go according to this plan. So if your juniors, if your friends are available, you all can inform them regarding it. Hurry, let's go into the discussion. So yesterday we have discussed a lot of things and finally we came to gender determination. All those things we drew many crosses. Yeah, so the last thing I think we discussed was gender determination. So if you take the human, if you take the other organism, every organism will have a specific chromosome number in each cell. Humans, Homo sapien, we have 46. If it is less than 46, also big problem. If it is more than 46, also big problem. Within that 46, if there are damages, then also it's a genetic disease. So like that here they have given one type of a monkey, macaca, mulafada, mulattada, 42. Dog, 78. Cat, 38. Mouse, 40. So the chromosome numbers are specific to that organism. Then out of that 46, I told you each that 46 will be arranged as homologous chromosome. Yesterday we had a big time, no, discussing about homologous, homozygous, and heterozygous. I think now my students are 100% clear what is homologous, what is homologous, homozygous, and heterozygous. The ones who are not there for the yesterday's session, I have uploaded it in YouTube, and I have uploaded the link in all the groups. You all can go through it, please. Then there it will be in 23 pairs. And out of that 23 pair, the first 22 pair of it are autosomal chromosome. Pair number 1 to pair number 22. 1, 2, 3, 4 until 22, it is known as autosomal. But the 23rd pair is known as the sex chromosome or generally gender chromosome. So that determines the gender of the person. So we discussed about XX for females and XY for males. And I think I drew this chart and I showed you 50% male, 50% female. This probability is there. We have discussed this. Okay, clear. Then we'll go to genetic disorders due to sex-linked inheritance. Okay, don't confuse this with STDs. Sexually transmitted diseases. There are 4 in our syllabus. What are they, Puta? If you all want, you all can unmute and say. If you all want to type and send, you can quickly type and send. STDs. That is sexually transmitted disease. That is due to the sexual activity. From the male, it will get transferred to the female, or from the female, it will get transferred to the male. Okay, later this disease can go to the baby also, but that is totally different from genetic diseases. Genetic diseases are due to a problem in the genes, but sexually transmitted diseases are very good. Shifa has sent all 4. Sexually transmitted diseases are due to either bacteria or virus. In our syllabus, bacteria related to are there. Gonorrhea and syphilis. Gonorrhea is caused by Neisseria gonorrhea bacteria and syphilis is caused by Treponema pallidum. And then there are 2 related to virus. What are those 2? Very common one, AIDS and herpes. AIDS is caused by HIV virus. HIV means human immunodeficiency virus. And herpes is caused by HSV. HIV, HSV, human simplex virus. Sorry, herpes simplex virus, HSV. So all that we have studied in the reproduction lesson. So don't need to, you all go and check all those things. If you all don't know, please check it. But these diseases are due to not sexual activity, due to the genetic problem, chromosome problem. Okay. Then Puta, all these are too much. Too much means you all read it later. I will explain everything. Okay. Yeah, one by one we will have to discuss. Before going to that, I'll need a plan. Yes, Balagan Puta. Genetic disorder. First, I will give you all the overall idea and then one by one we will discuss. So, Buddha, there are two types of genetic disorders. One is related to the gene mutation. Gene mutation. Gene mutation means there is a problem in one part of the chromosome. All the chromosome numbers are same, but there will be some damages in the genes. Actually, genes are parts of the chromosomes, no? So there will be a damage. So we call it gene mutation. Okay, gene mutation. Then the other one is change in the number of chromosomes. So if you take human, normally we have to have 46 chromosomes. No? But in these kind of diseases, it will be 47 or 45 plus or minus 1. Okay, it can be 2, 3 also, but in our syllabus, we discuss only 46 plus 1 or 46 minus 1 type of diseases. So these two are two different categories. In gene mutation, how many chromosomes will be there? 46 chromosomes can be there. In number of genes, number of chromosomes changing, there the chromosome number will change. Okay, no gene mutation, but number of chromosomes will be changed. Then Puta, under gene mutation also there are two types. If this happens in the 23rd chromosome, so that 23rd chromosome is related to sex, gender determination. No? If there is a gene mutation in a part of that chromosome, now actually this X and Y, they don't only code for the gender. Actually X and X female, X and Y male, but some parts of those genes will be coding for other features also. So these problems comes in the other features. When discussing, we will understand. So if it happens in the 23rd chromosome, there are two diseases, hemophilia and color blindness. Then autosomal. So we don't know the exact number, but in any autosomal chromosome, gene mutation can occur. I think two examples have been discussed in our syllabus. One is albinism. Other one is thalassemia. Then chromosome change, number of chromosome change. That also can happen in the 23rd chromosome. So now what is happening? The number of chromosomes is changing. Now, for example, X and Y is female. Sorry, X and Y is male. But there are special types of male who are having two X's. So these are males who are having female character. This disease is known as Klinefelter's syndrome. Actually, this is there in the extra knowledge, so we don't need to discuss deeply. So I'll just tell you how this happens. That's all. We don't need to put any process related to this. Then there is another one where a female, but she is lacking the other X. There is only one X. those give rise to females who do not have proper female qualities. That means they can't give birth, they don't have the menstrual cycle, um, they are short, they might die quickly. That is known as Turner's syndrome. And then, not related to the chromosome, sex chromosome, related to autosomal chromosome. There we have one disease, Down syndrome. Actually, this is happening extra chromosome in 21st pair. Extra chromosome in the 21st pair. Okay, but just tell me, in Klinefelter syndrome, what will be the total number of chromosomes in one cell of that person? Total number of chromosomes. Yeah, 47, no, 46 plus 1. Yeah, 47. What about Turner syndrome? 46 minus 1, 45 chromosomes. A person who is having Down syndrome, 46 plus 1, 47. So I hope you all are clear about this. So this chart is very important. So take a screenshot. I'll give some short points. Hemophilia is related to blood clotting. Color blindness is related to color, normally red and green color. Other type of color blindness is also there. It is related to vision, color vision. Albinism is related to, yesterday we discussed, no? Melanin pigment in the skin. Thalassemia is related to hemoglobin in red blood cell. We'll discuss one by one. I'm just giving you all a rough idea. Because this, without giving this chart, when I explain one by one, you all don't have an overall idea. Now you all have an overall idea. We'll discuss individually one by one. If you all have any questions, you all can ask. Heterochromia. I have to check and see that disease. I have learned it in medical college. I can't remember what disease. So I joined your seminar for these nostalgic memories. Nothing could beat that, sir. Hikma after a long time. Yes, one of our old student. What is autosomal? Autosomal means Pudha, chromosome number 1. We have 23 pairs now. First pair, second pair, third pair, fourth pair. Until 22nd pair, we give a common name, autosomal chromosome. 23rd pair, we give a special name, sex chromosome. What is gene linkage? So the gene linkage is a superb thing I would like to explain, but no time. I have explained it in my previous video very clearly how those two homologous chromosomes are getting mixed. Actually, it is mixing of the homologous chromosome during segregation, during separation. Actually, in simple words, during meiosis. When sperms are being produced, homologous chromosomes are getting mixed. Then it will give mixed character. That is why evolution occurs. Okay, according to Gregor Mendel, everything is repeated same pattern. But De Morgan found out gene linkage, and the explanation is there. So there is any problem with the autosomal chromosome? Can it affect a person psychologically? Can a disease called alexithymia come to them? Um, I have not come across that disease. I'll just check and see. Yes, it can affect the person psychologically because even in Down syndrome, the Down syndrome people who are autosomal related disease, they are having a mental problem. They are mentally retarded. Okay, Buddha, this is very important. Take a screenshot, or yeah, you all can write it down later. Today we'll save the time because yesterday I went beyond 11:30. Some students had to go to classes. So now we'll discuss about sex-linked gene disorders. Why have they mentioned this sex-linked? Because it is sex chromosome, 23rd pair. It depends on the 23rd pair. So that's why they have given the word sex-linked gene disorder. The main topic is genetic disorder, gene disorder. But here they have used the word sex because it is related to the 23rd chromosome. Okay. When the word sex comes, don't think due to sexual intercourse. That is STDs, sexually transmitted disease. This is because it is related to the sex chromosome. All these diseases, what we are going to study, are recessive. Simple letters, can you all remember? If it is dominant, everyone will have the disease. But only a few people have this disease, no? That means it is recessive character. Okay, I'll explain one by one. Hemophilia, this is a sex-linked recessive gene disorder. That means, and X gene related. Putha, listen to this carefully. Sex-linked means it happens in the 23rd chromosome. In a male, there will be a X and Y. In a female, there will be a X and X. This disease is related to only the X genes, not related to the Y gene. Okay. And it is recessive. That means, let's say simple H, simple H, simple H. These are male who is having a disease. This is a female who is having a disease. Mostly present in males in the population, but females may live in carriers of hemophilia. Yes, in hemophilic patient, when a wound or cut occurs, the blood doesn't clot. This is the thing what happens in hemophilia. It keeps on bleeding, causing excessive bleeding, which may lead to dehydration and then finally death. So therefore, the clotting factor, the gene related to the clotting factor is having a problem. So clotting factor is not produced. Therefore, blood doesn't clot after getting an injury, after undergoing an injury. That's the problem in hemophilia. So then, Putha, yeah, I would, yeah, we'll write this again. I'll show you how this is coming. Normal male, when I say male, X and Y should come. Now we are talking related to hemophilia. If that person is normal, we put a capital H. Why? Because capital H is not disease. Disease condition is recessive. Recessive means simple H. If simple H is present, then it's a disease person. So for males, we have only one X, no? So if that one X is having simple H, it's a disease male. So there are only two types of male, normal male or disease male. But females, whenever I say female, it is X and X, X and X, X and X. Now we'll talk about the disease condition. Normal female, capital H, capital H. Disease female, to get the disease, both should be simple H, simple H. Then females can have a special character. One is capital H, the other one is simple H. Will this female show the disease in her life? No, yes. They won't show it because for them the capital H is there, no dominant character is there. So they will be carriers. Carriers means they can send it to their next generation, but they won't be affected. So we call carriers, carrying the disease, silent agents who are carrying the disease. They don't show the disease, but that disease can be transmitted to the next generation or the other generation by these carriers. So these are the 5 types of people: normal male, disease male, normal female, disease female, and special one, carrier female. And Putha, now what are we going to do? Can two parents with the same trait have a child with different trait? Yes, Putha. Yesterday we were talking about that, no? Tall dog, for example, this is one tall dog. This is another tall dog. There is 3:1 possibility that they can get 3 tall babies or 1 short baby by this hidden T. Understood? So tall parents but short child can happen if the simple T is present in the father as well as the mother. Yesterday we made a nice joke also related to that, no? That cut an eye, short dog. It's there in YouTube. You can watch it. Hariputa, now what are we going to do? We are going to fix some marriages between these people. Normal male, normal female, we don't need to try because we have already done that. So we'll try like deceased male when he marries a normal female, or deceased male marrying a carrier female, what is going to happen? Or normal male marrying a carrier female, what is going to happen? Like that, we'll see certain process. But in this disease, we don't consider about disease female crosses. Can someone think and tell me what is the reason? We don't have, like, we don't go for deceased female. If she marries, if she get a baby, what will be the percentage, what will be the probability? That one we don't do for deceased female. Think and tell me why it's like that. It's like a general knowledge answer. Yes, very good. Because the deceased female, they die. Normally, if let's say a lady is having hemophilia disease, when she get the menses, first menses itself, she may die, no? Let's say, however, they gave medicine and saved her from the first menses. During second menses, she might die. Okay, let's say, however, doctors tried in second menses, third menses, and when she's becoming pregnant, okay, inside there will be many changes happening. During pregnancy, more chances for this hemophilia lady to die. Or else during pregnancy, obviously she will die. Because blood is not getting clotted, no? So deceased females' survival chance is very less. So the majority of the time they are not alive until the marriage age. They die during the first menses. Deceased male can live without getting an accident, without doing any surgeries, without getting any wounds. He can live, he can reproduce. That can happen. But his life is also risky. Why? Boys like bikes, no? When you go on bikes, majority of the time you might get accident. So without facing any accident, without getting any cuts, if he stays, he can live, he can reproduce, he can later die. But female, disease female, only the problem is there. That is also only for disease, only for hemophilia. Are you clear why we are not selecting hemophilia ladies for the cross? Can genetic disorder be cured? Until now, science has developed. Until now, the chances of curing completely is very less. We can try, like, some other remedies. For example, thalassemia. What is happening? There is a problem with the blood. So every month you can transfuse the blood, then you can keep them alive. Okay, they can do that, but we cannot cure it. But now there is a technique called gene therapy where we are trying to change the gene. Now only it's in the developing stage. So in future, even for genetic problems, they may have solution. Hurry. Now these crosses they have given. I'll do the cross. Okay. Whom do you like to marry? Deceased male. Deceased male marrying a carrier female. Okay, versus Canada. They are not going to fight. They are going to marry. Disease carrying agent, carrier female. Disease male, male is X and Y, female is X and X. Disease male means he's having a simple H. Carrier female, the female who carries the disease has a one capital dominant H and one simple H. She won't show the disease in her life, but she can pass the disease to the next generation. How is that going to happen? Okay, this is also like a monohybrid cross, so listen carefully. This can give two types of gametes. X simple H type of gamete, Y gamete. Here both are X, but one X is having capital H, one X is having simple H. So both the things you have to show. This might go to the ova or this might go to the ova. We don't know which one. Let's say from the father's sperm, X simple H came and mother's ova, this one came, then the baby will have XX capital H simple H. What type of a baby is this? You all unmute and say, then it's easy for me.
Carrier female.
Carrier female. Very good. Then this X might join with this. Then that is a disease.
Female.
Carrier female. Disease female. Then this and this.
Healthy male.
Normal male. And this is disease male. Are you clear about this? If you have any doubts, please ask. Quickly do the cross. And I want you all to try. Whom shall we try? Disease male, normal female. That's a easy one, okay? Disease male, normal female. You can do it very short also. Try and see. Disease male, normal female. So is there genotype and phenotype for this? Here you can see, here all are different, right? Carrier female, disease female, normal male, disease male. So the ratio will be 1 is to 1 is to 1 is to 1. Genotypic ratio is also 1 is to 1 is to 1 is to 1. Phenotypic ratio is also 1 is to 1 is to 1 is to 1. If anyone has any doubts, please ask. Okay, I would love to explain, because in school the biggest problem is they give too much writing, less explanation. And if you ask a doubt also, some school teachers might say, don't ask unwanted doubts. Do what is there in the book. That is itself enough. Sometimes that is because some people can't answer the question. They become aggressive and scold the students and shut their mouth so that he won't ask questions again and again. Yeah, one student is saying to explain again. I will explain this again with a different example, okay? Because same thing, if I explain, no use, no. In the YouTube video, this will be there. Again, you all can watch it. I will explain with again some other feature, same thing. Then shall we do for disease male and normal female? Disease male, male is X and Y. If he is having the disease, he will have simple H. Normal female, X capital H, X capital H. Normal female. Earlier I gave you all those. This is like the keynote. You don't need to memorize this. You can keep it in mind. If a hemophilia patient get a very tiny wound, will that also cause excessive bleeding? Yeah. Now normally for a small wound also, now let's say if one person gets pricked, he will have about 3 drops of blood. This person might have about 10 drops of blood coming from it. Then at that time, what should they do? They should keep ice and they should put a proper bandage. Then it will, however, mechanically you can stop it. Small wounds, the blood can be stopped. But if it's a bigger wound, multiple wound, accident wound, then only it's very hard to stop. Even the doctors, even if they stitch hemophilia patient, their blood will be coming out. Okay. So nowadays there is a method called cauterization where they burn the wounds. Then it will stop. Okay, Buddha, you all try this. I will give me 1 minute. Okay, then shall we yeah, try this? Done. No? Okay, good. So this is one gene possible. This is other gene possible. Sorry, gamete possible. Here I am just putting one gamete because both are X capital H, X capital H. No, so just putting one is enough. So if this and this join, X capital H, X simple H. This is a female having carrier, carrier female. And this is X capital H, Y normal male. So both are not having the disease. Both are not having the disease, but the female is dangerous. Why? She's carrying the disease. Males, it's like this. If they have the disease, they have it. If they don't have it, they don't have it. But females, if they have the disease, they have it and they die. If they don't have the disease, that means either they are normal or they are carriers. Normal, no problem, but carriers, the generation can get the disease. The children may get the disease. I hope you all are clear about it. Okay. Then Puta, next we'll go to color blindness. In that also we'll do some process. So this color blindness for hemophilia, you can get an idea. It's a 23rd chromosome related, X related recessive disease. Simple H. I didn't put capital, I put simple. Like this, you can remember like a short form. Then color blindness, it's also 23rd chromosome related. So we call sex linked recessive disease related to the X gene. 23rd X recessive. So here color blindness, no, simple C. Okay, this is my capital C and this is going to be my simple C. Simple C will have two lines just to show that it is simple C. The person who is having this cannot distinguish between red and green. There are many types of color blindness. The most common out of that is red-green color blindness. But this is the biggest problem, no? They can't identify the signal light. But still, colorblind people can drive the vehicle. That is because they will normally the red will be on top, no? Red light, then orange, then green, right? So they will see that this is lighting up, but they can't see the color. But if you tell them that the top light is stop and the bottom one is go, then they can drive, no? So it's not a big problem nowadays, but certain places they won't be able to identify, like if two colors are mixed together and then they have like there is a like dot structure. Where is that? I mean, here inside the red dots, can you see a number? If you can't see a number,
Yes,
that
yes,
means you're having color blindness.
you can see.
Yes.
All of you all can
And
see the
see.
number, right? Number 12. Okay. Then that means you can distinguish between red and green. So you all don't have color blindness. So these kind of things, those people won't be able to read clearly. But these kind of things won't be there in the road, no? Because before they used to say colorblind people should not drive the vehicle. Now it's not a big issue because they know if the top light is on, that is red light. If the bottom light is on, it is green light. Green means go, red means stop. For them, top means stop, bottom light means go. They can remember something like that and they can drive. It's not a big issue. But little bit they have to be more careful than the other drivers. This is more common about males because in females you have X and X, no. So there is less chances. But in males you have X and Y. This is nothing related to Y. This is related to the X chromosome. So therefore, males can be affected by color blindness more and more. So here, Puta, is too small, no? Big one will go. Big one. Okay, then we'll put a chart for this. Normal male will be XY capital C. Disease male will be XY simple C. That is easy, no? We don't have problem. The problem means one is normal, other one is disease. That's all. But in females, we have three categories like earlier. Normal female, capital C, normal. But disease female, simple C, disease. Then the other one is capital C, simple C combination is a carrier of the disease. She carries the disease, but does she show the disease? No. Here they have given some different types of color blindness, no? So there may be many types of color blindness. The most common is unable to distinguish between red and green. I hope you all are clear about it. Hurry. Now we'll go to the process. Yes. Here, can I have a cross between a diseased male and a diseased female? Diseased male, diseased female. Can we have a cross between this? Yes or no?
No, sir.
Why no?
Because she will die.
No, what you I know normally students make this mistake. Hemophilia girl will die because of excessive bleeding. Color blindness, why will she die? She can't see red and green color, because of that she'll suicide and die. No,
Exactly.
here Puta, understood. Here the girl can survive. Until reproduction she can survive and she can reproduce all those things. In hemophilia, in that disease specifically, ladies cannot survive because it's related to blood clotting. Blood clotting can cause death. Females, however, bleeding will occur during menses. No? So because of that reason only females die in hemophilia, but in color blindness they can survive. So I hope you all are clear. So disease male will have simple C, disease female simple C, simple C. Then the gametes are here, both are simple C, no? So you can just write one to save the time and space. Then there are two chances. One is disease male, the other one is disease female. This is disease male. So it's not good to marry a color blindness male to a color blindness female, because 100% sure the children who are born will be colorblind. So knowingly, why should you put the children in this disaster, in this problem? There's a question: is there a color blindness where a person can see only black and white? Normally, not only black and white, black, white, gray, certain shades of other colors, little bit slightly, that kind of color blindness is there. Like pink, blue, green, those won't be visible, but slightly shade of green, shade of blue, others are normally we call grayscale, black color, gray color, white color combination. Those can be there for certain people. Then we'll do another cross between Kauda, normal male, disease female. Normal male Kauda, X capital C and Y. Normal disease female. Here mainly why we are talking about disease female, because in the earlier example we were unable to do any question. We were unable to do any question from disease female, because in the earlier example, in the earlier disease females are unable to survive. So now we are doing those crosses. Then there is a question: will this disease be available from birth? Yes, Puta, from birth it will be available. So this will be a capital C, simple C combination, carrier female, And sorry, these are the gametes. Here only one type of gamete, no disease female means X simple C only. This is a disease male. So even if a normal man marries a disease female, if they get a baby girl, she will be a carrier. If they get a male baby, he will be colorblind. Did you all understand? So Puta, boys, Ponnu Paga Pokole, what should you take and go? Now, Ponnu Paga Pokole, you all go and ask the girl, no? Can you sing? Can you cook? Can you dance? That and this boys are asking question. First, this you take this kind of a chart and go. This is known as Jaeger's chart, I think. No, Ishihara chart. Okay. This is known as Ishihara chart. Like this 2 or 3, take print and go and show the girl. Can you see? Can you see this? Read the number. Okay. Or else children will be affected. Because however, if you marry a deceased female, either if you are also deceased, then both the children will be deceased. But if you are normal and if the wife is deceased, however, one child will be, male child will be colorblind and female children will be carriers. Okay. So how could we know the generation, next generation could have color blindness? Once they grow, you show the chart. And if they can't read, that means they are colorblind. But here the genetic code says that if a deceased male marries a deceased female, obviously both their children will be colorblind. Can you understand? Okay, then hurry. Then that part is done. So two diseases related to the sex chromosome. Both the diseases are what type of disease? Sex linked. The meaning of sex linked here is not related to sexual intercourse, related to the 23rd chromosome. X related. What is the meaning of X related? It's related to the X gene, X chromosome only, not the Y. Because in gender chromosome, there are X and Y. For males, XY. For female, XX. This is X related chromosome. And the other thing is, it is recessive disease. If it is in capital letters, no problem. But if it is in simple letters, only disease will be shown. And both these diseases are more prone to males than female. Disease males are more than disease female. Because females can be carrier, no? They are not considered as disease. Are you clear, Buddha? Okay,
Yes, sir.
that is one tough part to explain because sometimes students, like if we don't explain, now if it is already written and if I try to explain, it will be hard. That's why all these are there. But I didn't go for that. I explained from first so that when I am writing, you will be able to understand the process, right? So I don't know. In school, if they have done this process, I'm really happy. But if they have not done only, that's a problem. Okay. Just raise the hand. In whose school they taught all this process properly? Just raise the hand, Balam. The schools who taught in which this process, disease male, disease female was taught, please raise the hand. All of you all can see how many hands are raised up. Only one hand, no? So yesterday also I was scolding the school teachers. I respect the school teachers. That is a different story. But teaching wise, I scold the school teachers, no? Now you can understand why I'm scolding the school teachers. Okay. Okay, Buddha. Then let's go to the next one. We'll do our duty properly. Sir, in MCQ, when they ask which sex linked is shown in males, like the question should be in more in males, either color blindness or hemophilia, or it's shown only in males. If they ask, they are talking about hemophilia, because disease hemophilia ladies are not there. No? Not there means they will die. No, so mainly they are talking about males. Hurry. Then I told you, can you remember the chart, earlier chart? We'll tick one by one. Where is the chart? It got deleted, no? Okay, so we had hemophilia, color blindness, done. That is related to the sex-linked chromosome, 23rd chromosome. Then we said related to autosomal chromosome, there are two diseases, albinism and thalassemia. Now let's go and discuss albinism and thalassemia. This is albinism. Thalassemia is having a problem with red blood cells. Actually, what is the protein present in red blood cells? Hemoglobin. Problem related to hemoglobin. So first we'll go to albinism. Normal natural complexion is due to pigment called melanin. If the gene responsible for the production of this pigment is mutated, problem in the genes which are responsible. Okay, now let's say there is a chromosome and one part of the chromosome is known as gene. Okay, this is the one which is responsible for our melanin pigment. If this gene is damaged or not working, then it won't send a signal to produce the pigment, then the pigment won't be produced. So we won't have a skin complexion. No brown, no fair. It will be totally white. Okay, excessively fair. Therefore, such an individual will have abnormal white skin, white hair, white eyelashes, white eyebrow, even the iris in his eye will be white. Okay, so these kind of people, they have to wear proper dresses, dress with hoods and all those things, because when they are exposed to sun rays, harmful rays can go to their body and they can cause cancer. So why is the hair white? Is hair also involved in hemoglobin? I'm not talking about hemoglobin. Now I am talking about hemoglobin is related to thalassemia, no? Melanin pigment. Our hair color, our iris color, any color in our body is related to the melanin pigment. So skin also needs certain amount of melanin to give a color. Hair also needs more melanin to give black color. This melanin pigment is not being produced. This will transfer for generation. Yes, this can be transferred from generation to generation. All the whatever diseases which we are discussing today can be transferred from generation to the other generation. I hope you all are clear. So albinism occurs in autosomal chromosome. So it's not related to 23rd. It may be a chromosome between 1 to 22 pair. We don't know which one. They have not given us. Albinism occurs when the gene is present in recessive homologous condition. Now, for example, I'm not sure. I don't know, because different people have different chromosome number. Now, let's say 8th chromosome pair. For one person, let's say this is the 8th chromosome. Okay, no, general shape of chromosome is like this. No? Okay, now I'm not drawing that X and Y. This I'm drawing a normal chromosome. Let's say this part is the one which is responsible for producing pigment, melanin pigment. If it is capital M, normal. If it is capital M, normal. There is a question, sir. What if we put coloring shampoo? Does it work? Now, coloring shampoo you can put to the hair to make it black from outside. But can you put coloring this one for the skin? Normally, these people, what they do is when they're going for parties and all, now in foreign countries, in Sri Lanka, I don't know what they are doing. What they do is they dye the hair black. Foreign salons are there, which specially treat albinism people, not treat. They color the eyelashes, they color the eyebrow with black dye, and for the skin, they put a tan foundation. Okay, tan foundation. All those are temporary. When the hair is growing, again, white hair only will grow. Okay, so they can apply makeup and they can, um, cover up their disease, but disease will be there. So capital M will be normal. Normal melanin will be produced. If it's simple M, then what will happen? Disease person. Here it doesn't depend whether male or female. Both can, males also can be disease carriers. Females also can be carriers. Females also can show the disease. Males also can show the disease. Normal males also can be there. Normal females also can be there. Because this is not related to the gender chromosome. So it's not like males are more, females are more. Generally, both can have this. And here, not only humans, animals also can get this. So while applying makeup, doesn't it cause any other disease? Yeah, because of the chemicals present in the makeup, it may cause other diseases. So they have to use natural, very less chemical based makeups. So here you can see albino animals. Animals, when they get albinism, it looks more beautiful, no? And these animals are more expensive because the zoos and museums, they are ready to buy these animals. I hope you all are clear about it. So this is not sex linked. That means not related to the sex chromosome. This is related to the autosomal. It may be from 1 to 22. Then we'll go to the next disease, thalassemia. This is a condition that occurs due to the mutation in the gene which is responsible for the production of hemoglobin. That means there is a gene which is responsible for hemoglobin production in our body. If that gene is not working properly, mutatant or mutation means a problem. Okay, then what will happen? That hemoglobin will not be produced. Actually, hemoglobin is a protein which is present in the RBC, red blood cells. You all have studied grade 10 first term. You have studied about proteins. Proteins are the examples for proteins. We have studied many. One out of that is hemoglobin. What is the function of hemoglobin? Inside the RBC, there is hemoglobin. Actually, it carries the oxygen. Now, when you come to grade 11, I will tell you all a story. The lungs is the place where oxygen regulation occurs. Give me 1 minute. Okay, sorry for the inconvenience. So, in grade 11, we'll be studying when we are doing the respiratory system and the circulatory system. In the lungs only, our blood is getting oxygenated. So, normally I say it's like this. Now, from foreign, when people come, let's say a foreigner is coming. From the airport, he comes into the country. Airport is like the lungs. From the lungs only, oxygen comes into the body. We breathe the oxygen and through it goes to the lungs, and from the lungs only it goes into the blood. From respiratory system, it shifts to the circulatory system. It's like a foreigner coming to Sri Lanka. And then the foreigner will get into the car. Car is the RBC, red blood cell. He will get into the car and sit in the seat. Seat is the hemoglobin. And then once he sit in the seat, he will buckle the seat belt. So like that, when oxygen comes into RBC, oxygen will sit on hemoglobin and lock itself with iron. Okay, so to check the hemoglobin count, what do? They check the iron count, no? If your body is having lack of iron, that means lack of hemoglobin. If there is more hemoglobin, that means more iron in your body. Especially girls, I think you all would have faced this situation. Normally, when you go to the doctor, they will check the eye and then they will take a blood report and say your hemoglobin is low. What is the medicine they will give? Will they give hemoglobin tablets? Will they give hemoglobin proteins to drink? No. What is the commonest tablet? Normally, girls, once they reach the puberty age, they have to start drinking that tablet. Girls, iron tablet, no? Okay, very common. Because of the menstrual cycle and all, girls have to normally drink iron tablet because iron will help hemoglobin. Hemoglobin will help the RBC. All those three together will transport the oxygen. So oxygen is the tourist, Suddha. Okay, Suddha is coming and getting into the car, sitting in the seat and putting the seat belt. Keep those three in mind. Car, seat, seat belt. Car is RBC, seat is hemoglobin, and once the oxygen joins with the sits on the hemoglobin, it will lock the oxygen by iron, Fe. Okay, this is extra. Just keep that in mind. So here the problem is the hemoglobin seat is not there. So the Suddha will come into the car, seat is not there. He won't go. So when there is no Suddhas, when there are no tourists in Sri Lanka, we won't have the income. So like that, when there is no oxygen in the body, small parts of the body will start getting dead. Cells will become dead. Okay, we call that condition anemia. If there is lack of oxygen, our full body will become blue color and we will die. Okay, some people who got caught into smoky and let's say there is a building burning, like you would have seen these Gaza videos, right? Where children around them, the building is burning, they can't come out due to excessive carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. They choke themselves and they die. Okay, all those things are due to lack of oxygen. Now, those are due to other reasons, no. But this is a problem which is inside that person. I mean, due to the problem in the hemoglobin. So this is known as thalassemia. And you all know in Sri Lanka, certain areas, this thalassemia is very common. That is because of cousin marriages. Because inside one family, now let's say our great grandfather had thalassemia. Then their children, out of their children, okay, now let's say there is a grandfather, he had thalassemia. He had about 5 children. Maybe 3 out of the 5 will be carriers. And if they have the children, they also will be carriers. And if the cousins marry, what will happen? Carrier marrying another carrier will give rise to disease people. So that's why they say cousin marriages should be avoided. There are some countries which ban the cousin marriages. Okay. So I hope you all are clear. This is also homozygous. You all now know what is homozygous. Both letters should be simple. Simple M, melamine pigment. Recessive, not capital. Homozygous means both same. Recessive means simple. Condition occurring in the autosomal chromosome. Which chromosome? We don't know. Between 1 and 22. Heterozygous condition serves as carriers of thalassemia. For thalassemia and albinism, males, females, both can be carriers. But for color blindness and hemophilia, females are carriers. There are no male carriers. In certain parts of Sri Lanka, there are a large number of thalassaemic patients. It is believed that marriages between close relatives is the cause for that situation in those areas. That is because relatives will have hidden factor. Carriers will be there inside the family. Now, unknowingly, when you marry, the child will be affected. Okay. So, what is the only solution for these thalassaemic patients? Once in 2 weeks or once in a month, they have to come and they have to change the blood from the blood bank according to their blood group. They will give someone else's blood, and that will only help for the transportation of oxygen. Are you clear? So we have completed 4 main diseases today: hemophilia, color blindness, thalassemia, albinism. Do you all have any problem related to it? All clear. Good. Now we'll go to change in the number of chromosomes. There we had 3. First 2 are related to the 23rd chromosome. The other one is related to the 21st chromosome that falls under autosomal category. So the first 2 are Turner's and Klinefelter's. Here I'll show you. Turner's syndrome, presence of only, this is related to 23rd chromosome pair. In that, there are normally for a female, there should be X and X. Then only she is a proper female. But due to some reason, problem with the parents, what do you say? From the parents, properly X and Y didn't come. Because of that, the child will suffer. The child will get only one X. Okay. So they are females who are lacking sexual maturity. They don't become, what do you say? They don't reach the secondary sexual characters. They don't reach puberty. They can't bear children. They are infertile. They are short. They lack the female features and mentally retarded. They are a little bit upset. Now you don't need to remember all these features. Okay. Turner syndrome. Females who are actually not females. Then next one, Klinefelter syndrome. Presence of XXY. For example, father will have X and Y. No? Mother will have X and X. Out of this, only one X, one Y, or one X, and the other X should come. But maybe in this, father gave the Y, from the mother's side, 2 X's came. Then also XXY can occur. Or else from the father's side, X and Y both will come. Accidentally, both are coming. And from the mother's side, one X is coming. That is also XXY. If that happens, in India and all, these people are very common. Males who are having female characters. So they will be having more female hormones. So they will be acting like females. Okay, when you go to India, there is a separate community. Actually, it's not their fault. In Sri Lanka only, we look at them and make fun of them. And, we joke. Actually, they don't get proper jobs. So they go into some unwanted jobs. Okay, so when in Sri Lanka and all, when you look at that kind of a person itself, there is a set mindset. These people are bad, they are doing dirty work, and that like that only we have it. And they make fun of these people. But actually never make fun of these people because it is not their fault. If you're finding fault, you'll have to find fault with God only. Because God is the one who decided that these people have to be born like this. Okay, it was a genetic problem related to the parents. Parents, while their meiosis was happening, it didn't happen properly. Even parents cannot control their meiosis, bro. Any parent wouldn't like the child to be born like this. Okay, so never ever, if you see these kind of people, okay, don't make fun of them, because in Sri Lanka I have seen many school children, when they see these kind of people, they make fun of them. Okay, so they will be males, but they will be wearing sari or female dresses, putting makeup. Okay, in India and all, if you scold them, their whole community will come and attack you. You have to be very careful. So they will be having breasts, large breasts. The penis and the testicles will be smaller. So male features will be lesser, female features will be more, but male sexual organs will be there. I hope you all are clear. This is known as Klinefelter syndrome. It is there in your syllabus. They have 47 chromosomes. 23rd pair, one extra. Here, Turner syndrome, they have only 45. 23rd pair, where there should be 2 chromosomes, there is only 1. Then the next one, Down syndrome, presence of 3 chromosomes in the 21st autosomal chromosome, because 1 to 22, we call it autosomal, right? So this happens in the 21st chromosome. They have given the exact number. There is 1 extra. Because that they have just 1 extra chromosome, they are short, they are mentally retarded, their features we give is Mongolism. We say Mongol wage innawa. That is actually Mongolian people have this look. That doesn't mean Mongolian people are like this. Okay, you all know Genghis Khan, right? He was a Mongolian. How many thousands of people he killed? But these people, they have a small mouth, large tongue, so always they'll be putting the tongue out. You would have seen these kind of people. These people, they are in normal day-to-day jobs. But one thing is, they are not matured, no? They act like small children. I know there is a person who is about 40 years, Down syndrome, but he acts like a 15-year-old child. Not even 15 year, about 10-year-old. He will run in the mosque. He will laugh for everything. He will come and ask money. Salita toffee edukonum, like that. Wow. You would have seen these kind of people. Okay, so these people also show them kindness. Okay, because they are, it's none of their, not even 1% their mistake. Now let's say if a person smokes and gets cancer, you can scold that person. Cigarette kudichi cancer vandu. Cigarette bilama cancer hadila kamak na obata. Honda vede kiyala kiyana puluwan. But for these people, these kind of people, you can't say anything, no? How? So those are the totally 7 diseases. 4 diseases you should know completely. Color blindness, hemophilia, you should know to put the crosses. Then albinism, thalassemia, you should know how that is happening. Klinefelter's and Turner syndrome and Down syndrome, just a rough idea, which chromosome, what is happening. 21st chromosome, if there is extra, if 21st pair, if there is 1 extra, Down syndrome. 23rd pair, if there is 1 extra, Klinefelter's. 23rd pair, if there is 1 lacking, then Turner syndrome. Like that. I hope you all are okay with all the 7 diseases. Then we can go to the next part after a small 5-minute break. Okay, let's take a 5 minutes break. And 5 minutes, it's 10:20. Okay, let's take a 10 minutes break. We'll meet at 10:30. Now we have a more interesting topic. Under this gene technology, genetic engineering, we'll be studying about forensic medicine. I'll give a small slight idea because I have done forensic medicine because it's a part of our medical, this one. How to investigate the death. Now these are the trending movies, no? You would have seen. They kill a person and they try to hide that. So how do the genetic police, CID, FBI or whatever, with the forensic doctors, how do they unlock this mystery? Okay, or these Sherlock Holmes movies and all those things are related to that, right? So that part is also there. We'll meet in 10 minutes. Meanwhile, Putha, if possible, my class post next Sunday, we are having an open day for grade 9, 10, 11 and 11.5. How the 11.5? This the batch which is going to sit for the O level in 2020. 24 March, sorry, 25 March. We have the classes for all of them. New grade 9. Grade 6, 7, 8. Dr. Shuhaina is doing the classes, online classes. So if your brothers or sisters, younger ones wants to join, they can contact her and you can join. So please share the poster with your friends. Yeah, in 10 minutes we'll meet. Okay, students, shall we continue the session? Can you all hear me clearly and can you all see the screen clearly?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I can.
Okay, good. Yeah, and thank you for the ones who have shared the poster in the status. Others, if possible, please share it. That's a big help which you are doing to me, so that more and more new students will be able to, come to my class. And if they are okay, if they understand, let them continue. Okay, so it's like you're opening the door to them. You're giving them the good opportunity. Let them come and check, and if they are okay, let them continue. So we have classes from grade 6, 7, 8. Dr. Shuhaina is doing it. 9, 10, 11, and 11.5, the pre-O level batch, until February. Until the end of February. Yeah, March they are having the exam. Until the end of February, we will be having classes for them also. So online is also available. Physical classes available in Dehiwala and Kolannava. Hari. Then gene technology and genetic engineering. Okay, this gene technology, genetic engineering, from the ancient time, people understood that there is something running from generation to generation. So therefore, the farmers used to do this technique. Now let's say there are about 10 bulls and there are about 30 cows in a farmyard. Okay, 30 adult bulls, bulki and a male cow, and the female cow. Then out of these 10 bulls, they won't allow all the 10 bulls to mate with these 30 cows. Mate means interbreed. They will allow only the healthy, strong, the cows which are, the bulls which are having good strength, they will allow that only to mate with this. So that means out of these 10, the ones who have desirable characters, strength, disease, less disease, more meat, those kind of ones will be allowed to mate. So they are selecting out of this the best quality. And the baby cows which are born, the baby calves which are born, will be having the characteristics of these good cows, the stronger cows, the disease resistant cows. So that is like we are doing a hybrid, no? Out of all the cows, we are selecting the best and allowing that to reproduce. And the next generation, we are selecting the best out of the best and allowing it to reproduce. Like that, generation wise, the farmers are getting the best out of the best. So therefore, this method, they did not have a deep knowledge about genetics and all those things. But they did this practically. They understood when you breed the good quality, you will get the better one. Now, do you all know nowadays people sell dogs, right? Okay, in our country also now that trend is there. But in foreign countries, every dog has a pedigree certificate. That means what is the pedigree? Pedigree means the family of the father. How was the father bred? What is the father's grandfather's quality? Like that, they have a pedigree certificate. Okay, when you have the pedigree certificate and all, you can sell the dog for a very high price if your dog is a pure breed. Okay, good quality. So like that, genetics is there. Earlier, the farmers didn't understand about this gene technology. They just did this hybrid method. So from started with hybrid method and now it has gone to such an extent that you can change the nature of one organism by adding or deleting some genes into it. Now we have gone to the maximum level. But initially it started with this hybrid method. So are you clear about the hybrid method? So how do we identify the reading of bull? Breeding, yeah. Breeding, the category, some farmers have marked and kept. Now you all know, no, if you take the goat, there are many categories of goat. I don't know, I can't remember that day in our in-law family, they have these goats. Sanan, there is one art. Jamunapuri, there is one type. So like that, there are some, they say katad, that is not even considered. Okay, and from the ears, they can identify, yeah, correct. Long ears, Jamunapuri, different type of horn, like that they have. So like that, ancient times people understood that selecting animals and plants with better qualities can provide better offsprings. So that is known as hybrid method. Then later it developed, and now it has gone to a level where we are doing genetic engineering. Okay. Sembiliad. Yeah, the sheep, right? So now see, now they have modified. Earlier, non-BT eggplants, they can get spoiled quickly. But BT, that means they have modified this eggplant. It will never ever get this one spoiled. It's like brinjal wage. So like that, they have genetically modified by putting chemicals and that and this. These kind of genetically modified organisms are known as GMO, genetically modified organism. Nowadays, it's a big concern. There are more advantages, but hidden disadvantages, hidden diseases, maybe they are still, we are doing research. Maybe another 10-20 years only, we will identify the exact problems caused by this genetically modified organism. So nowadays we are adding more genetically, not only chemicals. We are not changing the hormones, we are changing the genetics by doing certain methods. I will give some examples, you will understand it. So why are we doing all this? To get more products, more quality, more quantity. Even more than quality, we need the quantity, no? Day by day, the human number of humans in the world are increasing. Now it's 8 billion and more. So we have to feed all those. So we need more. Now let's say one cow is giving 1 liter of milk per day. That's not enough according to the human population. So they have made the cow hybrid, and now it can produce 10 liter of milk per day. Okay, when you go to Ambevela farm, you can see all these hybrid cows. And especially if you go to the Ambevela farm, they have one big bull. They call it what bull? Studding bull. They have imported that from New Zealand. Okay, that bull was directly imported from New Zealand. Okay, they booked a flight, they put visa, ticket for him, and they have bought that 30 mud size. It's not normal mud, big double, triple mud. Have you all seen that big bull in the this one, Ambevela farm?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that has been imported. And what is his work? Eating, sleeping, and mating. Okay, his only purpose is mating, 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 because he's a wonderful, best quality one. So they are using him for the mating purpose. Yeah, the PDF tunes will be available, Buddha. After the seminar, I will be uploading it in the groups. No, sir, I have. Can't you show me a picture of it? Go to Ambevela after exams, you'll be able to see. Or you Google and see. It will be there. What is mating? Mating means with a sexual reproduction. Okay. Interbreeding, mating, sexual reproduction, all those are same things. So therefore, like that, they are getting the best quality. So can we genetically mutate humans? Yes. Now, but those researchers are banned. Genetic researchers are banned only for like disease, curing disease, that is allowed, but having special mutations, like for example, if you all have watched this X-Men, Wolverine, those movies, all those are genetic mutation, no? Those kind of weaponry mutations are not allowed to be tested, because while testing, many humans will die. So we cannot cause the death of humans wantedly. Do you know, during the World War II, the Jews were caught in the concentration camps of Hitler. They did gene experiments with those humans. Nowadays, like how the Jews are doing to the Gazan people, at one point of the earth, Hitler was doing the same thing to the Jews. Okay, you all know the World War One, Two, and all. It's not a secret. Everyone knows that there were concentration camps, and in that, many medical experiments, many human tests. Okay, there were experiments where people were put without sleeping. If a human lives for 5-6 days, what will happen to him? All that experiments were done under Hitler's rule. Hurry. So why we are doing this? To get more food. Cows that produce more volumes of milk. Hens which produce more number of eggs. Normally one hen will put 1 egg per day. But you can increase that by using genetics. chickens and cattle with high growth rate. So nowadays the broiler chicken, it's a special breed variety, no? So what will that do? It will produce more and more. It will become fat day by day, and then we get a nice taddy chicken we can eat. I don't know, have you all, anyone has eaten parent chicken? Like broiler chicken, curry chicken, there is one thing called parent chicken. One has tried.
Think I know. This week, but
Actually, that parent chicken is um, the uh, for broilers, to produce the broiler, there is a main mother broiler, right, to produce that egg. That is the parent chicken. That is more huge. Okay, I think one chicken will itself be about 4 kilos. You can't buy the whole chicken; it's too expensive. So you just take a leg piece or one piece only, but it's very massive. So that is the one which produces the broiler eggs. So he's genetically modified to produce the broiler eggs. So from that we get the broiler chicken, and then broiler chicken we have thousands and thousands, but parent we will have only few. So it will produce large number of eggs, and those eggs will be hatched and produced large number of chicks which will grow faster, and that only we eat as broiler. Okay, anyways, crops with high yield and high productivity. Crops with pest resistant properties. In grade 9, you all have studied examples, no? Zea maize plant uses special bacteria, Bacillus thuringiensis, to produce pest resistant properties. Seedless large size fruits and vegetables. All these can be achieved by genetically modifying the organism. Okay. Nowadays, with the technology, you can do a lot of things. So people are scared of this because still the disadvantages have not been proved. So maybe hidden secret disadvantages are there. So therefore, nowadays people are moving towards organic food. Organic food that is not genetically modified, they are not putting artificial fertilizers or chemicals. Give me one more minute. So people are moving towards organic one. Okay, so this is all coming under genetic engineering. Genetic engineering, like normal civil engineering, we have genetic engineering. In genetic engineering, there is a special branch, we call it recombinant DNA technology. Recombinant DNA technology. What are we doing in recombinant DNA technology? We are trying to remove the DNA from one organism and add another DNA. Okay, I'll show you one example. Okay. Yeah, one is related to the medical field, other one is related to the agriculture field. Wait, we'll discuss it. Here, Medhyane. First one, genetic engineering in the medical field. Production of insulin hormones by inserting insulin gene into E. coli bacteria. How is this done? I will explain this one deeply so that you will have a clear idea. You all know in our body there is an organ called pancreas. The grade 11 students know I have kept a nickname for that. Himula bunnies. Okay. once you come to grade 11, you will understand why I call this Kimbula bunnies. Okay, it looks like a Kimbula bunnies. In some areas, they say cocoa bun. In some areas, they call it Rihan roll. In Sri Lanka, over peru kira. Okay, that Kimbula bunnies will be producing a hormone called insulin. What will this insulin do? Whenever you eat something glucose rich, rice, food, bun, whatever, it will convert the excessive glucose into glycogen and store it. Some people, due to the problem in pancreas, with age, insulin hormone will not be produced. So that causes diabetes. So that's why they are taking metformin tablet, or some people put the insulin injection. Initially, before 1990s, to produce the insulin, they used to take the pig's pancreas or the pig's insulin, and they used to use that. There is no any other method. For people who are having this excessive diabetic problem, they have to give insulin injection. So the only source for insulin was pig insulin. That was only suitable for the human. So now who will get a problem when it is related to pig? Muslims and Jews, because Jews also don't eat pig. Muslims also, we don't eat the pig or anything related to the pig. So then what happened? It was a big problem, and then they said if there is no any other solution, even the pig's insulin, no problem, you can use. But later, after 1990s, what happened? The scientists started doing this DNA recombinant technology, and what did they do? There was a bacteria which is known as E. coli. It is available in the bathroom also, mainly in the toilet. Okay, they took that kind of a bacteria, very simple. What I'm trying to say is it's a very simple day-to-day available bacteria. When someone goes to the toilet, in that there will be thousands of E. coli bacteria. They took this E. coli bacteria and did DNA recombinant technology. They were able to put some chemicals and break the DNA of the bacteria like this. Without killing the bacteria, they were able to break the bacteria's DNA, and the gene which is responsible for insulin from another organism, they extracted it. From the humans, they extracted it and they fixed it into this. So now the E. coli bacteria, he has its original DNA, and another DNA of another organism is inserted. This is known as DNA recombinant technology. Now what is happening? When the bacteria is growing, with the growth of the bacteria, insulin hormone, the gene responsible for insulin hormone is there, that is producing the insulin. And now this bacteria is having insulin. Bacteria doesn't need insulin because we did this genetically modification, genetically modified organism. We did the genetic modification. Because of that, this is producing insulin. And bacteria will quickly reproduce. Within 1 hour, you can get thousands of bacteria. It will just multiply. So there will be many of the same type of genetically modified bacteria, because when it is reproducing, even this extra additionally added one will get reproduced. So now all these bacteria will be producing insulin. So what do? They kill the bacteria, they destroy the bacteria, and they extract the insulin. By killing millions of bacteria, you can get 1 bottle of insulin. So is it a crime? Killing bacteria is a crime. Then please don't use sanitizers to your hand. Okay, we'll have a debate. Is killing bacteria a crime or not? Okay, so we don't know. So that's how they extract insulin now. So can you understand? Under genetic engineering, due to the DNA recombinant technology, we are able to produce insulin by the help of bacteria. And this is very low cost also, because you don't need to grow the bacteria. You just give him the proper timing and environment, he will automatically multiply. So it's like free labor. Okay, it's free labor. See, we are using the bacteria, we are not paying him anything, but finally we are killing him, no? Criminal scientists. So why is it not good to use sanitizer? No, I didn't tell you not to use sanitizer. Like there might be some students, no, they will say bacteria pavam, don't kill the bacteria. to produce the insulin hormone, how many millions and millions of bacteria are being killed day by day. Okay, for those kind of students, I'm just telling, then you should not use the sanitizers because sanitizer kills the bacteria in the hand, no? Because to extract this insulin, now inside the bacteria, now this insulin is produced. To extract the insulin, you have to kill it and only extract it. Or else you can't give the bacteria to the human, right? It will go into the human and cause disease. Now this insulin should be inserted into the human through an injection. So if the living bacteria are there, that bacteria will go and cause diseases in the human. So first you kill the bacteria, extract the insulin and only inject it into the human. Did you all understand what is this? Here mainly I wanted to highlight
Yes, sir.
DNA recombinant technology. See the advancement of science. Where a level, no? Hurry. Then what are the other things? Genetic engineering. So this is how they do it. Okay, they extract the DNA, they cut it, they add a human gene, and then they genetically modified bacteria, and they allow it to grow, and then they kill it. Okay, and then they produce the insulin. Yeah, metformin tablet. It will do the function of insulin. It's not insulin. Metformin is its function is different. Okay, if metformin is also not working for a human only, the next stage they will give directly insulin injection. Okay, hurry. Then production of growth hormones and proteins by using bacteria. Okay, that is genetically modified bacteria is being used to produce growth hormones and proteins. Nowadays, the antibiotics, how are we getting all the antibiotics? Erythromycin, penicillin. Penicillin was the first antibiotic, no? Found by who? Who's the scientist who found out penicillium? Penicillin.
Penicillium,
Sir?
penicillium notatum.
Alexander Fleming, no? So Alexander Fleming, it's a nice story. Go and read his story and see. He was a poor farmer's son. One rich educated man, this poor farmer helped the rich educated man in one situation of life. So as a gift, this educated man helped the son to study, and he became one of the world famous doctor, and the full Western medicine changed after the introduction of antibiotics. So it's a nice story. You all can read it. The ones who like to become doctors, ambition to become doctors, you all should read that. Nice story. Sir Alexander Fleming. So he found out the first antibiotic. Okay, now we have modified variations of antibiotic, and now people are misusing the antibiotic. Okay, and nowadays what is happening? Bacteria are becoming resistant. Okay, anyways, that's a medical topic. Treatment of heart block patient by inserting artery producing genes. Okay, this is all modern developing technology where they are producing the gene which can produce the arteries so that the heart blocks, if there is a block in the heart, okay, let's say there is a block, new arteries can grow. Nowadays, what do? They do the surgery, right? They bypass. But automatically, if this artery can grow, so they are making it by gene modification. And also identification of suspect in criminal cases using gene technology in forensic medicine. Okay, this is superb, no? Forensic medicine, I really love it. I enjoyed it while studying it because it's like, but it's more dangerous. Because now let's say one person killed another person. Now you are the doctor who's investigating the dead body. And if you say that this is not suicide, someone has killed, and if you take the samples, and if the real criminal gets caught, he will go to jail now. So before that, he might come and threaten the doctor. He might kill the doctor, or he might go and kidnap the doctor's daughter or son and tell the doctor to write a false report. So forensic doctors are in Mara danger. But it's a Mara thing where you check inch by inch of the criminal scene and find for DNA samples. Okay. So even many movies, this concept is there. So you would have seen where they get one blood drop or one hair. From that hair, they investigate, and finally identify who's the criminal. Okay. So do you all know, in Sri Lanka, there was a famous case. Okay. Suddenly one day in Dam Street, you all know in Peta, there was a suitcase. Okay, there was a suitcase with a female dead body without the head. Did you all hear about this? Anyone knows about this? Maybe your parents know. Okay. Then the head was not there. Then they said in the news, roughly, let's say 30 years, last year or before that, most probably last year. Roughly, let's say about 30 year, 25-year to 30-year lady dead body has been found. If any ladies are missing at home, please complain to the police killer. They told in the news. Then more than 200 complaints came. In our house, the lady is missing. That means 200 people, around 200, 180 or 200 ladies were missing in Sri Lanka at that period. Just imagine. Okay, then everyone came and said, no, this is my auntie, my daughter, this is my dead body. Then it was a big problem. Then what did they do? They did the investigation. Finally, they found out there was a policeman. And this lady and that policeman have gone and stayed in a hotel. And policeman, there have been an argument. He had killed the lady, and later he has bought a big knife and a suitcase, chopped off the head. Until now, the head was not found. Because later the policeman also suicided. When he was about to get caught, he drank poison and then he suicided. Now this story is mara nice because in Derana and all, they showed it like a movie. And finally they were like, then Oluwa his kabala, then koheda tiyenne. Like that, they were making it like a Indian Tamil movie. They were showing it day by day. Today we have found out who's the suspect. We are going to go to the suspect's home and catch him. Like that, they were giving the news. So everyone knew about this. So later they identified, no, like they didn't identify who the lady is. Many families came. And then after that, with the CCTV, they identified. But to confirm it, they did the DNA testing, no? The lady who was claiming to be the mother and the brother, they took their DNA samples and checked it with the dead body's DNA sample. And after it matched only, they gave the dead body. Because I can just go and say, this is my sister, my missing sister. Give the dead body kill, I can ask, no? So like that, many things are there. Okay, this forensic medicine is Mara. When I was studying, we had a sir, he used to say about Mara stories. Okay, I'll just tell you if we have time. Yeah, one small story. In some village area, now they have these guns to shoot the elephant, right? Not to shoot the elephant, actually, to make a sound. They call it that Galkata's revolver. Okay, and a big sound comes and the elephant will go away. So in the middle of the jungle, there was a dead body with a gun, that Galkata's gun in the hand, and the head is blasted into pieces. So the police came and they said, this is a suicide. He had many family problems, and they closed the case. But one person has put a petition against this. This may not be a suicide killer. So one of my sir was called for the investigation. So he went to the crime place, and when he was checking, okay, he immediately, first glance itself, he said, this is not a suicide. This is a homicide. Homicide means one person killing another person. And they have made it like a suicide. And he scolded the police. Okay, that doctor has scolded the police saying that, why can't you all identify such a simple case? No, the police had said, නෑනේ sir, Dr. බලන්න gun එකත් අතේ තියෙනවා. ඔළුවත් කුඩු වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. Exactly, the gun is in the hand. He has fallen with the gun with the hand, and he has died. So it's for the police, it's a suicide case. But Puta, then the doctor explained, first thing is, this person is a right-handed person, but his body, okay, is holding the gun. The trigger is in the left hand. So normally, if a person is going to suicide, he want to die quickly, no? So what will he do? One shot he has to die, or else he will suffer and die, no? So he will properly press the trigger and only he will shoot himself. So he won't be using his left hand, right? He will be using his proper right hand to press the trigger. That is one point. Second point is that Galkata's gun, okay, when you're turning it to your side and shooting it, when you're doing a suicide, you have to turn the gun to your side. No, these are normal village made guns. So it will have a impact. When you shoot itself, it will try to go out of your hand. So when you're dying, now let's say when a person is suiciding, after shooting, will he hold the gun and die? Because at the death situation, he will throw away the gun. That is a natural, I mean, normal suicide situation. If you are using that old type of guns, like a shotgun or something, once you shoot yourself, the gun will be thrown away because you're not holding the gun properly. No, if you all have seen how the army men shoots, they will keep the bottom part of the gun to their shoulder and only shoot, because then it won't vibrate. When shooting, the gun will try to jump back. So that is known as recoiling. That recoiling impact is borne by their shoulder, or else the aim will be lost. So this person is trying to suicide. He is going to keep the gun in the opposite way. Can he withstand that recoiling force? No, it will jump out of his hand. But here what has happened? Someone has shot the person on the head, and then to fool the police, maybe they have seen a lot of Tamil movies, they kept the gun in the wrong left hand, and they have kept the body like that and gone. They thought the police will think this is suicide. Actually, the police thought suicide, and they tried to close the case saying it's suicide, but that doctor identified it is a homicide. That is just one case. Okay, under forensic medicine, all this you have to study. Okay, not only genetics, about the guns. What is AK-47? What is revolver? What is shotgun? What is a UEZI? What is a machine gun? How if a bullet goes from the head and comes from the other side, entry wound, exit wound. What are the differences? If you shoot from this distance, what will happen? If you shoot from a larger distance, what will happen? If you prick a person with a knife to the lungs, what will happen? If you kill a person and put him into the water, what will happen? If you put a person into the water and kill him and take him out, what will happen? Oh, everything is there in forensic. So actually, if a forensic doctor becomes a criminal, it will be very hard to identify the criminal. You all know in foreign countries, there are serial killers, na? Psychopath. Their hobby is killing people in different ways. So if a forensic doctor becomes a serial killer, I think they have made a movie like that. Dexter and all series is there. It will be very hard to track it. I don't know whether it is a true story, but there is a book written, Hannibal, where the forensic doctor becomes the biggest serial killer. He kills the dead people and eats some part of it. Have you all seen that? He kills and he eats certain body parts of the victim. He cuts and takes and goes home and cooks and eats. But for many years, they were unable to find out the suspect because he was a forensic doctor. He knows how to hide all the evidences. Okay. Okay, and I'm just telling you, okay, I'm not making you all criminals. Okay. So there are mara methods to escape. Like if you kill someone, how to escape it. Okay. So best thing is, if you are planning to kill someone, first go to the saloon and like from the ground you take many hair particles, different people. It will be many people's. No, nice comments are coming. Okay, so you collect some hair samples. Okay, you kill the person and put the different hair samples in the places, and don't get caught to the CCTV. Other than that, when they are doing the forensic tests, if there are a lot of different hair samples, it's very hard to identify the criminal by using the forensic technique. Okay, genetic technique. Okay, normally you all know these rape victims, the females who are getting raped, the main identification point is under their nails. Okay, now this is not a very hidden thing. It's a very common thing. Everywhere this is happening. Girls have to be very careful. In India, one doctor inside the hospital, when she was doing the night duty, she was raped and killed. Okay, so everyone should know this. Then only you will be aware of this. Okay, never ever trust anyone. Be very careful. So in normal medical science, these victims, females who have been abused, okay, the doctors, they will take a toothpick or some equipment, and from the nails, they will take even that under the nail, those dust particles are there. No, that is proof, because normally the girl will grab or try to fight back. So nail particles might be there in the not nail particles, hair particles or skin particles will be there under the nail. They take that and do the DNA test, and from that test, many criminals have got caught. Okay. Then when I was telling this in the physical class, one fellow was telling, sir, this recently there was a movie or something in that this kind of situation happens, and the killer knows a little bit of science. So what he does is he soaks the body in seawater for many days, so that all that nails will get loose and all that sample and semen sample, everything will get washed away. Okay. And also, if you burn a dead body, you can't get the DNA samples of the dead body itself. So it will be very hard to identify the DNA of the dead body. Also, these are some tips which may or may not help you. Okay, no, I'm not telling you all to become criminals. Okay, so all these are there. All these are coming under science. I don't know. Okay, many teachers are making science boring, but science is the most interesting, hot and spicy lesson in the whole world. Okay. Hari. Then production of amylase enzyme, that is also done with modified, genetically modified organism. This MSG, Ajinomoto, Ajinomoto is also made out of genetically modified organisms. Production of vitamin B and E by using cyanobacteria. You're taking the cyanobacteria, you're genetically modifying it. Without modifying, you can't produce. Naturally, it doesn't produce. Okay. So therefore, you modify the cyanobacteria and make it produce vitamin B and vitamin E. Then you finally kill the bacteria and you extract the vitamin B and E. A remedy to prevent pollution by wastes of combustion. Nowadays, they are using, once you burn, you get harmful gases. No? That is sent through layers of bacteria. Some bacteria absorb those particles. Okay, there is a question. What if FBI heard this class? They will arrest me then. Sir, if it is true, is it true if we eat too much MSG, our bones will melt? Okay, actually, Puta, the truth is, they tell about Ajinomoto. No? Half of the thing is exaggeration. Ajinomoto is not bad as that. What people say. Okay, actually, it was like this. Ajinomoto was made from the Japanese companies, Japanese, Chinese, those companies. Actually, Americans were against that because it was giving a good flavor. The Japanese shops were selling more. So therefore, initially, it was a rumor which was spread by the Americans that MSG is bad and that and this. MSG can, if you are eating too much MSG, that means Ajinomoto, it can cause headache, and it can cause blood pressure, because whenever you eat too much salt, it will cause blood pressure. So there is salt content in Ajinomoto. So because of that, it will cause high pressure. Other than that, bones dissolving, that is and all not there. But many people, when I say this, they won't believe. Okay, because they will say, no, sir, my grandmother said this Ajinomoto Tinda Mullu Karayum bones will dissolve. But research says, okay, is not as bad as what people say. Okay, according to research. But if you eat too much Ajinomoto, you might get health issues, but not as much as what they make you scared. Then that means they have to make you scared about sugar. Sugar is more dangerous. Okay, the more you eat sugar, many diseases can come. Half of the Sri Lankan population is what, having diabetes because of excessive sugar, excessive rice. But all that we eat, but Ajinomoto, not good. But all the other crap we eat. Okay, so then people have to fight against sugar companies. People have to fight against this salt. Excessive salt is not good. That is causing blood pressure. And now one fellow is going telling thank you. Surely he will go and tell Mama, no problem, sir. Told eat Ajinomoto, that and this. Surely your mothers are going to scold me. Okay, give me 1 minute. Hari ne? Okay, no, I don't know. Mara, the parents have a Mara anger towards Ajinomoto. Okay, then they should show anger towards sugar, but they put nicely sugar and give, and they should have anger towards the rice. Or if you don't eat rice, how much will they get angry? Sore tinnalla, like that they will be fussing, right? But they don't need to fuss. Okay, if you don't eat vegetables and all, they should fuss. But our people, now that's why in Sri Lanka we call ourselves as sotumad, because our from our small days we have been used to rice, and finally diabetes. Okay, anyways, let's move to the next one. So, okay, now don't go and fight at home saying that MSG is good, Ajinomoto is good. But what I am trying to say is, according to research, Ajinomoto is not as bad as what they portray in the like your grandmother's කියන වගේ එච්චර මෙය problem එකක් නැහැ. But don't get addicted to it, because when you have this Ajinomoto umami that gives you a umami flavor, when your tongue is used to that flavor, whatever other food you eat, you won't have taste. So always you will have to keep on adding soya sauce or Ajinomoto, then only you will get the flavor. You will get addicted to it. Okay. Anyways, then next one, genetical engineering in agriculture field. Okay, so weedicide resistance stopped by using bacteria. This one in grade 9 we studied. Can you all remember? Zea maize plant, the corn plant? Normally in America there are thousands and thousands of acres of corn plant. So to make wheat flour, you can't put fertilizer one by one, or you can't put pesticides. So one. So what they do is they tried these pesticides, but that is also pesticide, chemical pesticides, but that was also not working well. Then what did they do? They genetically modified the crop plants by inserting Bacillus thuringiensis. Okay, you all can check the grade 9 book and see. Bacillus thuringiensis used in Zea maize plant. That plant itself will become uh, weed resistant. It will produce some chemicals which are poisonous to the weed. Pest resistance crops by using soil bacteria. And this golden rice thing, that is also in grade 9 you all have studied. I will explain that. By using genes of carrot, they are producing golden rice. They call it Ransahal. Okay, how do they do that? They take a bacteria. Anyone knows the name of that bacteria? Which is used to produce golden rice? Any idea? Eruvina uridivora. In grade 9 it is there. So from the carrot, they extract the gene which is responsible for vitamin A production, because carrot has a lot of vitamin A. So they wanted that vitamin A to be there in the rice also. Then when you eat rice, you get vitamin A also. A golden bacteria, Mar bacteria. Okay, so they extract that gene, and I told you, like earlier, they cut the gene of the Eruvina uridivora. Okay, those you don't ask me how do they cut, from the knife or from the blade or what. Okay, genetic engineers, they know how to do it. They put some chemicals and they break the DNA, and then they insert this and allow the bacteria to heal. So then what will happen? This vitamin A producing gene will become a part of this Eruvina uridivora bacteria. And then to the normal paddy plant, they inserted this bacteria, and this bacteria went in, and this DNA of that bacteria got transmitted into the plant. So from this, they make a new plant that is also golden rice. So the paddy plant which was producing normal rice is now producing rice which is rich in vitamin A, and its color also will become gold. Therefore, we called it golden rice. So you take the gene from one organism, put it into another organism, and transfer it to another organism. This is known as genetically modified organisms. Are you clear about this? Golden rice is available for sale. Okay, it's available. Before they used to all give advertisement. This is yakada rice. When you eat this rice, you will become Iron Man, yakada man. After people got to know about GMO, genetically modified organism, there are problems. They stopped advertising, but in shops it is there. Okay. So that is in agriculture. So can we make these at home? No, no, Buddha. You can become a genetic engineer and then you can make it at home. Now you can't. From where are you going to find Eruvina iridivora? How are you going to extract the vitamin A gene from the carrot? How are you going to cut the gene of the Eruvina iridivora? How are you going to insert? How are you going to find paddy plant? Are you going to become a farmer? Are you going to grow? Many questions. Anyways, let's see next one. Tomatoes resistance to cold weather. Okay. Tomatoes which can withstand cold weather and which can stay without getting spoiled for a long time can be produced by genetically modifying the tomatoes. How did they do? They inserted the gene which was obtained from a fish living in the mud of cold countries. From that fish, okay, they took and inserted into a bacterium. Through the bacterium, they transmitted into the tomato, and from that tomato, they grew tomato plants. The new tomato plants are giving tomatoes which are which are resistant to cold weather and which are resistant to spoiling. So normal tomatoes, if you keep, it will get spoiled. But these genetically modified tomatoes, even if you keep for 1 month, 2 months, nothing is going to happen. They take from dead or living fish, from the living fish. Fish tomato, tomato fish. Okay, so Puda, now, now if I ask you a question, is this tomato suitable for vegetarian? So how can fish live in the mud?
No,
There are fish which lives in the mud.
no.
It's stuck inside the mud, it will be living. Okay, until the rain comes, it can be living. So those are Mara resistant fish. So Puta, now, yeah, some are saying no, some are saying yes, because we don't know, no? It's a debatable topic. So whether this genetically modified organism is good for our health or not, that is also a debatable topic. Still, research is not enough to 100% prove this is not good, this is good. Kiala. So that's why many countries, they are trying to avoid this genetically modified organism. Now see, the high productive cattles with more meat can be done by. There is a question, why do we even need a vegetarian? You go to foreign countries, there are vegans who don't even drink milk. Okay, there are vegan foods. It's becoming a trend. In foreign countries, there are Mara trends. Yesterday, I was talking about gender, right? That is itself a big headache topic. Gender equality. You can identify as anything. Okay, world is, from one side we are developing, from the other side we are becoming morally poor. Morally poor, intelligent. I don't know. Intelligence is also going down. The way they debate and all. Do you know that there is a big community, okay, community which believes that the earth is flat. Okay, there is a flat earther community, there is a flat earthers day. Okay, you will laugh. You'll say, "In the Pythium, sir, earth flat and silver." There is communities, there are doctors, there are engineers in that community. Okay. So like that, world is like pissu. If you create a concept, tomorrow there will be few people to follow that concept. Okay. Y'all Google the latest religion on earth. Y'all later Google and see. You will laugh. According to them, God is a flying spaghetti noodle. Okay, the latest invented religion, and there are followers. There are followers for that religion. Okay, if you all put flying spaghetti noodle, you might remember. You might get it. FSM, Flying Spaghetti Monster Religion. Okay, they have this one, like how do you say, mosques for that. That disease is known as pastafarianism. Pasta. එහෙම පිස්සු තියන්නේ in this world. Okay. Anyways, let's move on. So genetically modified organisms, okay, they may have they might have a lot of benefits. Benefit means what you can see. The fruits are bigger, they are not getting spoiled, they look more fresh, they have vitamin A. Okay, like that. You might get a lot of positive things. But can this cause cancer? Will this change our DNA? Will this go, and because it's a modified DNA, no, can it go to our DNA and change it? We don't know. Can this cause generation-wise diseases? We don't know. Still debatable topic. So someone is saying, sir, what is this world? I am so surprised. Okay. So that's the world, Buddha. So you live in a world that I don't know how to explain that world. So learn the science properly. It's an art of life. Learn it from a proper person. You will love science. That's what I can say. Okay, then Puta, then I hope you all got a better idea about genetics. And I think in your mind you all had a problem. No, inheritance lesson is hard, chart or upset, can't understand. I think now I have practically given a lot of things. You're able to understand all these things clearly. I'll be putting the PDF. Go through the PDF. If you have any doubts, you all can ask me. Watch the recordings. That will be beneficial for you all. And also 5th of Jan, okay, next Sunday, our first new classes will be starting. New grade 10 11s, those are the 10s who are being promoted to grade 11. Then new grade 10, our grade 9 students who are coming to grade 10, and our new grade 9, those are totally new students. And our 11.5 who are currently in grade 11 will become 11.5. No, they have another 2 more months. For them also classes will be there. So all these classes will be held next Sunday. So it's first day is free for all. You all can come, you all can enjoy the session. And if you all want to continue, you all can purchase the classes from the website and you can continue. And you all know our website, it is currently English medium, topmost website having the best teachers. ICT, we have Yusuf Riaz sir, Yusuf sir. Business studies and accounting, we have Faizan sir. Most of you all will know Faizan sir. And maths, the main, what to say, master maths, Rizlan sir. And for science, me. Okay, and other subjects teachers also there. These 4, I personally know them. We are all friends, so we can recommend 100% about this. So properly come to the classes, properly watch the recording, get the tudes. We will be giving the tudes, we'll be posting the tudes to the online students. As whatever we do for the physical students, we'll be giving that much importance to online students. Shuhain, right? We will be giving all the preference to the online students, and online students are benefited more than the physical class students. Why? They are getting the recording options, no? So they can watch again and again. So you can purchase the classes from the website. Our website is masteronline.lk. So today night, our website will be modified. So from tomorrow onwards, you all can purchase all the classes, maths class, science class, business studies, ICT from the website. So first week itself, from science class, you don't need to purchase. You can come, and after that, if you're okay, you can purchase. I always give the freedom to the students. If you're okay with my teaching pattern, if you can understand, if you like my method, continue. If you don't like, search for another teacher, because every student has their own method. Okay. So therefore, you go to a proper teacher, but go to a proper teacher. That's what I want you all to do. Go to any proper teacher and learn the science properly and understand it. That will be helpful for your life. So I hope to meet you all on Sunday again, and all the best for your upcoming school exams as well as all the best for your O levels. Now itself, put a O level plan and start studying for it. Thank you for joining the online session. If you all have any further doubts, please send me a WhatsApp message. Through WhatsApp, I will be sending the PDF now. Thank you and good day to all of you all. If
Oh,
you all can, please send me a feedback about the seminar through WhatsApp.